going on. Sorry, let me start. Anyway, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, you know, I'm actually staying consistent with this thing, because why not? Why not? Because I don't want to end 2024 and now come and really regret my life and be like, I wish I did this, I wish I started it back. You know what? Let's continue. I'm back. So as I'm now in my second year, I think I've learned a bit. I've learned a bit in the last 3 years from the foundation year to now. So I think I might be a bit competent, not fully competent. I feel like halfly competent to tell you a bit of hacks that I've used that have made me not stress. You know one thing I'll tell you, nothing in this course will make me stress over my dead body.
I'm not gonna let someone take me for a prick, no way.
Nothing in this course will make me stress. I've not cried since I've started because of this course. Since I started in 2021 to now, I don't think I've shed a tear to do with this course. Nothing. No tears have been shed. So if you don't want to be shedding tears, listen to my med school hacks. First one on the list, one thing I've actually realized, it was actually this year in this 2024 that I realized, is to gaslight yourself to set in the wrong deadline. So let's say, for example, you've got your SAG on the, let's say, 15th of Jan. Gaslight yourself for it to be due on the 10th or even the 5th. Trust me, you work at supersonic speed to do that essay, because you feel the due date is on the 10th instead of the 15th, and therefore you will not be procrastinating before the 15th and now doing it last minute because you already think it's on the 10th. So you end up having that 5 days of not doing anything, then you just do whatever you want because you've done the essay.
After all, I am smart as a fox, you know.
Another one is, I don't think you should be writing notes in your lectures. The reason I'm saying this is, you're not listening. You and me both know you're not listening. So I don't know what you're lying to, but if you're sitting there and thinking you're taking things in, because you're not taking things in. Let's not lie. This year, let's be truthful and honest human beings. Leave that pen at home, yeah? And let's say, go through the lecture beforehand than me. So I would say go through your lectures beforehand, the day before if you want and you've got time. Then have an idea of what they're going to be speaking about in that lecture. Because I promise you, if you go to that lecture and you don't know what they're talking about, you didn't revise what the day before, you're going to be confused. You're going to act like you're an alien and they're speaking some next gibberish, because that's how I feel every single Friday. Every single Friday, I walk into the lecture at 9 AM, I'm just sitting like a goblin because I don't understand what they're saying, because I did not go through my lecture notes. And if you're like me, you're going to feel that way, babes. And if you don't want to feel that way, I would say read the lecture slides beforehand. If you can, in fact, even better yourself, write questions in the lecture. So let's say they're talking about glucose and they're talking about, let's say, the treatments. Like, you write what is metformin, what is the mode of action for metformin, or what cells produce insulin. So like, write a question like that. Then let's say you go home, let's say after the lecture, you now try and answer those questions. And if you can answer them, then you've understood the lecture. If you can't, go back to the lecture and put those answers in and cover those answers again and ask yourself those questions again. That will be your notes. The reason why I'm saying this is because having that as your notes, it makes you think every single time you go and revise, rather than just reading through essays or notes, because that's not going to help you.
Not a chance.
I promise you that you're gonna come out of that revision session confused. So I think it's best, ask yourself a question, answer it. Ask yourself a question, answer it. That's the best way to even revise, because again, you're literally pulling the information out of your head. Hopefully some neurons will be attached to something. You know what's best for you. I think you should jump on it. You can write notes if you want, I can't lie. Your notes, if you think that works well for you, then that should be great. Hanky-dory that. Making flashcards. Don't come and work like a farmer. Don't come and work like a laborer. Okay, this is we're no longer in the olden times where we're typing things word by word, hand by hand. We're not doing that no more. To make your life easier, find the slides, copy the information on the slides, put it in a Word document, put that text in the Word document, put it on ChatGPT, make flashcards out of this information. You've got your flashcards. Why are we now coming and thinking of questions to make when we've got AI to do for us?
Oh, now I see. Now I get it.
Don't come and work twice as much as you need. Use ChatGPT. ChatGPT was made for free and was made for you to access. Why are you coming and working like a laborer? You're gonna be abused by the NHS in 3-4 years anyway. So you might as well just bide your time while you're here. Don't come and pull your hair out. Use the ChatGPT to make your flashcards. The fourth one is, I would say, how the medication, I've got a lot of prefixes at the end. I can't think of one right now. Beta blocker. They end with olon, so labetalol. You need to know, okay, fine. The ones that end with olon, they're gonna be a beta blocker. You need to know the mode of action for a beta blocker. So if you understand the mode of action for a beta blocker, any other olon you see, this one, it does this, and this is the people that I give it to. And with knowing the mode of action, you also need to know what diseases do I give it to and what diseases can I not give it to. For example, if you're in year 1, I know you're probably going through systems logically. In year 1, they give you in chronological order. You start with lungs, you go to this, you go to that, you go to that. So I feel like after every specific case unit, make sure you know the conditions that are common within the case unit. For example, let's say you go through GI, you finish GI, the GI body, the vasculature, how things are presenting normally. So what you could do for extra brownie points,
this is good because I could barely read, so
you could look at the conditions that are associated with that specific topic. For example, GI, there's a lot of celiacs, Crohn's, UC, so you learn those conditions because you already have disease, and know again the treatments that you can give them for this disease, know how it presents, know the risk factors, basically make a disease profile after a specific case unit. So what you could do to make your life easier, focus mainly on the common ones. So let's say you can focus on 10. So that's how you can do that. Lastly, mnemonics and acronyms are your best friend. They are your mate. Do not treat them as a homeless person.
bombastic side eye.
They're not as such, they are your mate. The reason why I'm saying this now is because to this day, I still remember cranial nerves because of a mnemonic. Don't ask me now, but if you jog my memory, I'll remember it. It's what I remember it. So that's what I'm trying to say, mnemonics, acronyms are your best friend. If you can learn a mnemonic form to remember a disease, to remember causes of a disease, to remember, for example, with hematology, to remember whether something is microcytic or macrocytic, use mnemonics. They will save your life. I'm never joking. It makes it much more easier to remember things. And in this life, I told you, we're doing the bare minimum because we're going to be abused in the NHS. So wow, nah bro, if I have the means to do the bare minimum, I am going to. Again, the last thing to remember, you do need to understand, this is not a sprint. It's a marathon, okay? We're no longer fighting for a place on the DESOL ranking no more. So you need to relax the brakes, relax the accelerator. We can now use the clutch, we can now use the brake. Can you tell that I'm doing driving lesson? Because it's okay, it's actually okay. We're no longer fighting for DESOL ranking no more. So you can share things, you can share resources. No more gatekeeping, guys. We can't be gatekeeping no more, because who are you fighting? You're fighting yourself at this point. You're fighting demons, because it's not me. It's not me that you're fighting. We're all going to go into the same NHS, and we're all still going to be abused the same. So if you want your life to be a bit easier, I think sharing is caring. So yeah, again, if you've got friends, if you've got mates that be fine, let's say making Ankies or making notions, making disease profiles, you can share it amongst your friends. You can be like, oh, can you do this disease, or can you do that disease, or me, I'll do this disease. Then you come together and we'll teach each other that disease. Look what I did. Anyway, so yeah guys, thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned for more, because I've got a lot of nuggets to give you.
Nobody asked.
So you don't act like a fool like I did last year. You know, so you're better than me. You know? Thank you guys for watching.